late Thursday evening, or rather Wednesday evening, probably Thursday morning by the time you're getting to this live stream. But we do want to talk about this state stimulus check that we haven't discussed in some time on this channel from this particular state. So let's let the YouTube algorithm kick in. We'll see how many people we can get at this interesting time of the day. I don't expect a massive audience at this hour. However, I've definitely been surprised in the past at the support and traffic that you guys bring in, even at the latest hours in the evening. So let's see what happens here. We'll let the YouTube algorithm kick in, see what happens for just a few moments here. But with that being said, let's get started in just a moment. If you guys are first joining us, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. All right, we got some people hopping on. There we go. Numbers are going up there. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you go and smash the like button just to help the YouTube algorithm to support me in the channel. And also my Facebook friends, make sure you like the video as well. Let us know where you're tuning in from. City, state, location, whatever you want to tell us. Wherever you are in the country, whatever hour it is, let us know down below in the live chat or in the comment section if you're watching the replay. And if you are watching the replay, let us know by simply saying the word replay in the comment section. So that would definitely help me out as well. So with that being said, folks, I do think we are ready to begin. We want to talk about this state stimulus check. This particular state check, again, we haven't talked about in some time from this particular state and the governor that is trying to push this through. But it is making progress. It hasn't gone away. And there are still talks of it being a potential payment to the people of this particular state. So let me just bring up here some information for you folks, and we will get started. All right, we actually have quite a lot of people hopping on. 1 second, let me just get this up going here. All right, we should be good. Okay, if you guys are first joining us one more time, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button. I would appreciate that. All right, I think we're ready to begin. I think we have enough people hopping on. Quick sound check if you guys can hear me. We're good? Okay. So with that being said, folks, this particular state is still weighing to share a huge budget surplus of millions of families by sending stimulus checks. This would be a 4-figure amount. This would be a pretty substantial amount in total within the household should this get passed and should this legislation get through. The lawmakers in the state do find themselves in a unique position, right? The state is sitting on this massive budget surplus and now must decide how to spend that money ultimately. Now in January, the governor of this state announced a plan promising residents the largest package of tax cuts in state history. So whether or not this comes in the form of a tax credit, a tax rebate, or a stimulus check, somehow this money has to go. It has to go back to the people in some fashion, some shape or form. And that could very well be a stimulus check if we play our cards right. Now, that's not all. As part of this ambitious plan, as many as 2.5 million Minnesota households could receive this rebate check, totaling up to $2,600 if the current iteration of this legislation does get passed. Now, who is eligible? Well, as of right now, from what we know, with the preliminary information that we have at our disposal and at our fingertips, individuals earning up to $75,000 annually would find an extra $1,000 in their bank accounts. Married couples earning up to $150,000, so double the individual amount, can look forward to a $2,000 rebate. And in addition, which this differentiates itself from a lot of the other state plans that we have seen and we've discussed on this channel that we've covered, this is a bit unique and definitely a nice bonus. Parents would receive a $200 rebate per child up to 3 children. For a married couple with 3 children, that benefit could total with the entire household combined and factored in $2,600, 2,600 buckaroos. Not bad for a state stimulus program that is just at the state level. Again, it's not a federal program. Now, from what we know about these budget features and the proposed amount that we're seeing here, it could ultimately include this 2-year new budget could include reduced state tax on Social Security benefits for approximately 350,000 recipients. So huge plus right there for a lot of individuals that could ultimately save money on their Social Security benefits. Then you also have legalized marijuana for recreational use. That's also a bonus depending on where you stand. And then $1.1 billion for child tax credits. That's big. another $670 million to launch a paid family and medical leave program. We also have $300 million to support public safety agencies, over $4.4 billion in extra public school spending. Then you also have $458 million going towards making the state's energy sector become carbon free by 2040. Then you're going to increase the state's capital gains tax. So hopefully that would apply to wealthier individuals. Hopefully that would not hit the lower and middle class, but ultimately that would also raise additional revenue for the state. And that can also be a big plus for the state. And then new payroll tax to fund a paid family and medical leave program, and then increased vehicle tab fees. So that's what we know about this proposed budget. And obviously there could be changes. There's still would have to be debates in the state legislature, and then ultimately the governor would sign off on this, but the governor is in full support of this and is definitely championing the budget package as it is right now. This is, of course, Tim Walz, who is a second-term governor in the state of Minnesota. He's also a member of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party, or DFL. He's also an affiliate of the Democratic Party, and the DFL party currently holds the majority in the state's legislature, and Walz appears to have a fair measure of support from members of his own party. So as far as that side, that's good to go, and we wouldn't have any issues there. Democrats agree across the board. Less happy, though, not surprisingly, are the Republicans in the state legislature who say that most of the state's surplus should actually go towards cutting taxes. So it's not like they would shoot down the entire package as it is. They just believe that the money should more so go towards cutting the taxes and that aspect of the bill and the measure. Now, the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce was also less than pleased with the governor's plan, particularly those newly proposed taxes. Like the Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities says that the $30 million that are earmarked for local government aid does not meet their needs and calls the proposal disheartening. And then naturally, Walz holds a different view of the issue, and here's what he had to say about the budget surplus. So he said, quote, "I've made no mistake about it that people can make good decisions for themselves, and a portion of the surplus needs to get back into their hands." He went on to actually say that as government and business groups make their voices heard and state lawmakers edge towards a vote, now just so you know, the NPR News reports that the final decision is likely to come down to possible fractures among Democrats and harmony among Republicans. Even if the entire plan does not pass legislature, there is a chance that one-time rebate checks could still be approved, and any funds sent could help Minnesota families obviously cover up those bills, build up that savings account, or invest in the future. So this could certainly help Minnesota families one way or another. Obviously, the more the merrier, but just the fact that this state stimulus idea has not gone away and is still very likely to be passed is definitely good news and definitely bodes well for so many families in the state. And then obviously those checks per dependent definitely assist and would help build up that entire stimulus check to total that $2,600 ideally. The more kids you have, the more money you would get. So what do you guys think of this? Do you live in the state of Minnesota? Do you know someone that lives in the state of Minnesota? If so, this is still on the table, and this could very well be a proposal that ultimately could be passed through the legislature and then signed by Governor Tim Walz. And we'll have more updates on this, folks. Just wanted to put this quick update for you guys out there because some of you have been asking about the Minnesota plan. We have a lot of Minnesota viewers out there, and I see your comments. I read all of them, and I know that a lot of you have been asking about this program because we haven't discussed about it in some time. Right now, it's still in the state chambers, and it's still being discussed and bandied about. So we'll see what happens. But right now, this program is looking more than likely like it will ultimately pass because the money has to go back to the people in some shape, some form. So again, whether that's in the style of a child tax credit, whether that is a tax rebate, whether that's a stimulus check, or some other form of stimulus, cutting those taxes, the money will go back to the people one way or another. It just may not be as direct as a stimulus check, but we'll be sure to let you guys know as soon as we hear any more information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you share it with a friend, get the word out, spread it on social media. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. If you haven't already, of course, get those free stocks down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms Robinhood and or Webull. You'll actually get some free stocks, some valued to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let us know what stocks you get. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok. Use all the social links down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this late in the evening or early morning. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.